I'm in the lobby. Get that set up. Now I can join Mitchell's lobby. Look at that. Almost an entire lobby. Hello, Saeed. See, there's only 2 of these lobbies going now, so should put more eyes on this. But how's everyone doing? It's time for a new season. New season, new people, returning people, some people promoted from the lower tiers, and a whole lot of what on earth is going to happen in this season. Got well, hello Jack. Yeah, I'm with Hyder now. Should be interesting, but at least I get to see you drive. Gonna make us proud, lad. Gonna make us proud. Hello, how long until you've been at this type? I'm not the word. I'm not any extra viewing type. If you put yourself in some interesting situations, maybe. What do you mean? Last race I did, I came second. Yeah, that was in the Middle East. We're in Imola. We're in San Marino, not the Middle East. So the only time I know for a fact that you expanded into the gravel by any chance? Nah, I'll be surprised if you're able to do something here. But shock me, prove me wrong. My backing is very much firmly in the corner of the current champion. I know there's a few quick guys in here, but I still don't see much that could challenge Mitchell. Maybe Logan. Logan should win today. He usually does extremely well at Imola. If not, we all get to, if he doesn't win today, we all get to call him a fraud. Oh, but Logan looking to put a couple of wrongs right this season, especially from the last couple. We're going actually on time for once? Hold on, this is new. We're actually going on time. Oh, as close to on time as we can physically get. But here we go. Imola. This might be the first time I've done any commentary on Imola this game. I have a couple of good races, good battles going on throughout the grid, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Half a minute until we get loaded into quali. As per usual, 18 minutes worth of quali. We'll go and watch the first guy out on their outlaps and on their outlap and their subsequent flying lap, unless they get overtaken or spam. One of the two. but we've got the start of a new season is upon us. Also, start a new season means start of new teams as well. Still do that the same. I can put that on in thing. I'll put that on. So in qualifying, of course I will. We're gonna load up my telemetry 1 minute. Get everything ready. I see a couple of Aston Martins deciding that it's good time to get out now. The Williams there as well. Alu's also coming out. Which one got out first though? So Bloodwave's the first one out. So I'm going to continue loading all this up before we get a good look at this. Someone in the Mercedes hasn't sorted out their settings. No one in McLaren hasn't either, but oh well. If I out the grid, to be fair. But yeah, we got some new pairings this time round. So, in terms of constructors, we got Jaguar and Jack in a team, and Bambino in a team, Alu and Ishmael in a team, Heidenberg, I believe that's someone else, Akibelito, filling in for today as a reserve. Same with Logan in the Alfa Romeo. I believe there's one more person also sitting in as a reserve. But I'll figure that out as we go along. But yeah, Jag Kings. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. A bunch of people backing up as we see the first lap of the season. Here we go. Qualifying has properly started. Over the line comes Bloodwave. As we're going to see a lot of things happen this season, I think. Here comes Bloodwave down into the Tamburello chicane. Drops it to 5th, keeps it in 5th up to 6th. Keeps it pretty solid through that corner, actually, through the exit at turn 3. It's always one that can trip someone up. We go through the hairpin now, beginning in the 2nd sector. The other Aston Martin and Millsy following up behind him. We'll get a good look at who's going to be the better one of those two straight away. We've got a few others behind as well. Everyone's seemingly spread out to try and get their laps done in relatively clean air, but it's never usually as easy as it sounds. So we head up into the final chicane now, and Bloodwave's going to keep that valid. Yellow flag in sector 1. That's a Ferrari that's had a bit of a problem there. Not entirely sure which Ferrari it is. We'll have a look in a minute after we watch Bloodwave come over the line. He's going to set a 1:15.5. Okay, that could be very interesting. It was Alu. Oh no, it's Bambino that spun it. So Samet does a 16.7 over the line. Staber 16.7 as well. Okay, Ishmael over the line. He's invalidated actually. We'll get Jack over the line, which is a 16.3. It's enough for third at the moment. Logan 15.8. So Bloodwave, the advantage Bloodwave so far. That's elite. Tepos did a 17.7. Jack 17 flat. I'll watch Rigo over the line now, and then we'll watch. Oh, Rigo 16.1. Bambino over the line. I think it's firstly on medium tires. Not entirely sure why. But we'll see later on. Akibelito 15.8. So there's a pretty close running between people at the front here. Over the line invalidated. Mitchell over the line invalidated. There's Ishmael going on a lap. We'll wait and see. It looks like he might though. Still got people. Someone's coming to the pit. Same with Aston Martin. Bloodwave comes in. Samet comes in. Staber comes in. I think that's going to be Yarlow. That's on an outlap. It's about to start. So we'll If Ishmael's going in, we'll watch Yalo. Here we go. Yalo's first proper lap as well, I'm pretty sure. Is he going to come down toward turn 2? I keep forgetting there's a little kink in the corner before the chicane, so... Well, in the straight before the chicane, shall I say, technically call it turn 1. So we go through the into the second sector now with Yalo, who had a pretty decent run at the Nations Cup. Netherlands coming second in that, obviously. That happened a couple of days ago on the channel. Got bested by Scotland in the final. But Mildy on an outlap now as well. We're left with about 4 or 5 left on the track. And the Ferrari continuing on. So that's going to do another lap. Looked like might have been... I actually don't know who that is. It might be Tepios and Tepos, sorry. That spanned the car there in the second sector and having a nightmare with it. So we go around the final corner with Yalo. And Yalo's going to set us a 16.5. It's not a great first lap. Definitely seen worse though. Here comes Mildy for an outlap. Just finished off his outlap now, so going to do a proper lap as one of the Alfa Romeos pulls nicely off to the side to not get in his way. One of the Mercedes and 2 AlphaTauris up ahead of him. Go through the middle to the end of sector 1 now to find out if could get pole easy. I'm not entirely sure you could, Donny. I'm not entirely sure you could. Mildy looks purple for a second there. We'll have a look properly in a minute. So we come through into Aqua Minerale with Mildy. In 7th, down to 6th, down to 5th, all the way to 3rd. Oh, slide the car, spin the car! Oh, that is bad. M's coming in, Yalo spun the car. Staber going over the line. I can only imagine for an actual lap now. Watching some people go on for actual laps. We'll switch to Ishmael's lap afterwards. He's the next one over the line. I think Logan auto started a lap. I think he's the Alfa Romeo just out in front. Could be wrong. Either that or he just started a lap now and Rigo's the one out in front, I don't know. But currently 2 Alfa Romeos sitting themselves in the top 4. Mildy had an off. Mildy having that spin on what could have been a great lap. It's going to almost like shooting yourself in the foot there. Staber currently 9/10 of a second quicker. It would drop him, well, put him in a roundabout the 15.8. So it's enough to be around 2nd or 3rd at the moment as he comes to the final couple of corners. Just about keeps it valid. It's keeping it 2 on the white line. Down to the line he goes. It's a valid lap. It's a 15. It's a 57. So Bloodway stays at the top. Staber puts himself in 2nd right now. Logan needs to get a move on. Right now, even on the time he's going at, it's not quick enough. He comes to the line. Keeps himself right 2 over 2 and actually 0.002 of a second slower than Bloodwave. Jesus Christ, he's put that one on there. On the money. Not quite enough on the money to be on provisional pole, but on the money nonetheless. Someone's had a bit of a nightmare back here. Not going to get to see it for Ake Bolito's camera though. Still got 3 people without a lap. Probably go to Mitchell afterwards, considering he's the current reigning champion for Tier 1. If you didn't see that last race. Oh, Bloodwade's out. Bloodwade's out. He's actually put in a wall just before Aqua Minerale. That's bad. That's a bad place to drop the car there, especially for DNF. It's still In a good place to be, really, really far up the grid though. Bloodwave currently still on provisional pole. Ake Bolito over the line, 14, 15, 7, 3, the enough for fourth. It's 7 thousandths of a second slower than Staber. Logan, is he still out right now? He's coming into the pits. What about Tepos? Currently going over the line. Let's see what he can know. He's on a 2-minute lap. Well, that means we're actually going to get a good chance to spectate the champion. Or, well, going to see the champion over the line, shall I say. As it goes 14, 15, 15, 4. And there's your first one to topple Bloodwave. Your reigning champion. And the entire server. Reigning Tier 1 champion puts himself on provisional pole with 7 minutes left of the session. That's Samet coming over the line now. Samet half a second quicker would put him up into about 9th, and it is going to put him up to 9th. 16.146, and it's immediately beaten by Jack, and I think that was a 16.1 flat. I'm not entirely sure. It's 1,000th of a second quicker than Rigo nonetheless. Over the line goes a Mercedes. Quicker, but not anywhere near quick enough to where he needs to be. Oh, someone's beached themselves here. Elite's put themselves in the gravel. It looked like he beached himself for a minute there, but he sorted itself out. Sorted himself out there. Over the line, Tepos into the pits. Aston Martin, Mildy over the line. Currently on his first valid lap, 16.3, enough for 13th. Yarlo moves himself up to 7th with a 16.05. Mitchell's going to come into the pits, I would expect. Elite to do the same. Jag invalidated, so I would assume Jag's coming in the pits as well. He is. Who's that one coming over the line now? Oh, it's Samet, so I would assume Samet's coming in the pits as well. Yeah, Samet's coming in the pits. Is Jack going to follow him? He is. What about the Ferraris then? 3 seconds slower, so yeah, Erm's going to follow him into pits. I think that's Rigo currently out as well, so Rigo... Where's he going? Rigo is going to finish the lap. 16.107 is best so far. Let's see. Oh, considering he's actually the last one out on a lap right now, let's go and have a look. Let's watch him. Let's see if Rigo can... basically discard his old ways where he used to bin everything in sight, especially when it was anything good. He did well to an extent in the Nations Cup in not spinning it. Let's see if he continues that on to today. Let's see if Rigo can get himself up toward the front, bearing in mind outside of Japan, where he was definitely drinking and driving. He had won. He did win in Saudi Arabia, that's for sure, and had a couple of podiums on the season as a whole, so he definitely knows how to do it. It's just whether or not he has the consistency to do it often. We're going to watch him down toward the 290 degree left-hander, sorry, into the final corner of the entire lap. And Rigo's actually going to pit. Where's Ishmael? Ishmael's out on track. Is he going to... the Ferrari behind him isn't doing anything. Ishmael's either on, and I think Ishmael might be coming into the pits as well. So I think that leaves us with just the McLaren? Ishmael... Oh no, Ishmael's doing a lap. It's 3 seconds slower right now. Is only up 40% battery. Wonder whether or not he's doing an out lap this time around. Doing a proper lap this time around, or this is his pit lap. Not entirely sure. One thing's for sure, I don't think he gets in and out for another one, so I think this might actually have to be it for him. He's going to go over the... he's actually going quicker, so he has the chance to move himself up a few positions. Hello to the 12 people watching right now. But yeah, Ishmael through the second sector. Couple of corners here before Aqua Minerale, and we'll see where he is properly. Definitely can move himself up again against Staber and Ake here. If he hadn't invalidated out on the exit of Aqua Minerale, he was actually going a little bit slower as well. So I think Jag Kings might be the one we go and watch now as Elite does come out the pits. I think a Haas and a Williams is going to join him. Where that Haas is Ake Bolito and the Williams being Elite's mate. And current Tier 2 constructors for champion for GT. Left the session, which means couldn't handle the fact that we weren't in Saudi Arabia anymore. Well, I'll see where Jags can put himself. He's currently 16.7, which almost 1.5 seconds off the back of pole time right now. Going for Aqua Minerale. Gonna have to avoid that Red Bull as traffic as we come through the final sector. Currently 0.2 of a second up. Definitely has a shot at beating Alu here at the very least. Elite trying to get out the way of people. Ishmael's out of the session because he's not got enough time to get out on track again. And Jag Kings over the line is going to do a 16.3, enough to beat Erm's trying to get me to invite, but I don't know if that will work. There's your invite. I'm not spending enough time doing another invite. So I'm trying to figure out where I am with 1 minute 17 left of the entire qualifying session left. So Elite right now. Yellow flag is sector 3. I think that's just people backing themselves up to get a good enough gap. So Elite on a lap. I think Ake Bolito is on a lap as well, but I'm not entirely sure. Elite currently just over a 10th quicker than the lap he currently had. It will jump him all the way up into, well, about 9th. Maybe a little bit higher than that as well. Yellow flag and everyone's backing up. There's going to be a lot of traffic here. There's going to be a lot of traffic for Elite to get through. And I think Ake Bolito is going to have to get through it as well. Might actually been good enough to avoid the traffic here. And well, it looks like Elite might have just lost the car a little bit. Backs out. Ake Bolito has spun it, so he was the Haas that spun it here. What about Yala? No, it's there's I think that's Alu. The Mercedes that just spun it outside of Aqua Minerale was Alu. And that's the end of the session, so it's just the final laps now. Jag's over, Erm's over. Jaguar doesn't set a time because he had a quali ban. As we go around the final corner, so Staber's going to be the first one over the line. And Staber is going to improve enough to be on provisional pole. Mitchell coming over the line now. Can he steal it back? He is 800th to us. He's done enough. 15-2. Logan retired for the session. Not enough for pole. Ake is not doing well. That's Jack over the line now. Ake into the pits. Bambino goes 7th. Yolo heading down to the line now. The other Alfa Romeo also into the pit, so he's not going to improve. He's going to start 10th. Yolo now going over the line and gets himself 6th. Millsy not able to improve his place. Jack also not able to improve his place. He'll start 9th. Heisenberg over the line now. Jumps to 8th, and Jack's actually going to start 10th. You did not have a 15-2 in hand. You. And there you go. So, Mitchell and Staber, the front row. Your reigning champion. And Staber, well, doing Staber things, I guess. Staber might be the most polarizing per driver on the entire grid. Because he is either extremely quick or in a wall. Honestly, there's no real in between. Considering Stable was very much doubting his pace earlier on, he's going to be happy to see himself second. Bloodwave sits himself in third, even though he's retired, with like 7 minutes left as a session. Logan in fourth starts on the second row. The absolute fraud, not able to put himself on pole in qualifying. Ake Bolito in fifth, to the 15.7, just ahead of Yarlo, who was sixth, and Ishmael, who was in seventh, who all did 15.7s, 15.8s for both Heidelberg and Bambino. So those five split by less than a tenth of a second. We might have a decent chunk of fighting today. Someone did a qualifying on a medium tyre, even though you don't need to do that anymore. Yeah, here we go. We're loading up into the race. The first race of the season. Can anybody catch Mitchell? That's the headline going into the season. Will he be able to defend his title? Going for back-to-back. We'll be able to see whether or not he's going to be able to do back-to-back right now. Staber proving himself quick. Starts on the front row. See the finish flagged in the stands. You get a formation lap first. Gives me a good chance to actually go through the order. Full grid of 20 people. Which is a rarity of what I see for races I've been commentating recently. So we see front row being the Red Bull of Mitchell, who won it in a Ferrari last time. Not quite able to win the Constructors' Championship. That went to BR4 and Co in the Alfa Romeo. But having a chance now to replicate what he did last season in the Red Bull. And then you've got Staber and the AlphaTauri sitting right behind him. What are we looking at for rain, actually? Nothing. Okay, so there's no rain in this one. Nice to know. Let's see if the telemetry actually keeps aware of the tyres this time. Hopefully they do, so I get a good idea of what is going on. So we see Staber right now backing up behind Mitchell, who's very cleverly trying to catch himself or slow himself down so he didn't have to wait so long on the grid. Bloodwave sits himself third alongside Logan on the second row, who sits himself fourth. Bearing in mind the last time we saw Logan in a tier here, he was in multiple title fights. So he was in a title fight against Stell and also in a title fight against Harm the season before that. So he's definitely had his fair share. Ake Bolito and Yarlo share the third row. Ishmael and Heidenberg sits themselves 7th and 8th on the fourth row. Bambino and Jack, a newly promoted driver into tier 1, sits himself in the top 10. Rigo not going to be too happy with his qualifying here. Tepos in 12th, Samet in 13th, Mildy in 14th, Spectre in 15th, Jag sits himself in 16th, 17th after leaving halfway through qualifying, in the other Mercedes in 18th, Jack, current runner-up for tier 2, sits himself 19th, a Jaguar at the back of the grid. And here we go. I'm going to get an awful camera angle into turn 1, but who cares? 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go for the start of the new season. Who's got a better start here? Staber's got the better start. I cannot see down the straight. And Staber's up into first. And it looks like Bloodwave's going to try and jump Mitchell as well. And Mitchell's gone round. There's been a collision between him and Bloodwave. There's also flying front wing off a couple of cars back there as well. Big Ishmael's been a victim of something Q as well. He spun round. He drops himself to the back. Jack drops from 10th to 18th. That had a lot of hit there. That had a lot of people spinning, well, jumping around positions pretty much. Someone's got a damaged front wing. Let's have a look who it is. Not entirely sure. I can see at the moment. But Steve has got a 2.2 second gap. The front wing on the Aston Martin looks fine. Jaguar and Alo going at it down into the straight, and Samit and Mildy. Samit just lets Mildy dive in there and doesn't really put up a lot of resistance. And there goes the Ferrari, and Terminator spun it round. And there you go. There's the fulfillment of my joke I made at the start of the stream. What's happening here between Rigo and Ake? As we see the Alfa Romeo currently charging its way through. It's Logan that's got a bit of damage. I think Bambino got damage as well. Rigo alongside and now in front of Ake Bolito into the first chicane. Yalo currently sits himself 5th, 1.6 seconds back. Mildy is 6th. Alu in 7th, being chased down by Jaguar and Heidenberg. Jaguar up to 9th after starting right at the back of the grid. I guess if you start at the back of the grid, you avoid all the chaos. And it's worked out quite well for him so far. Alu going a little bit shallow into the corner. Also, Heidenberg tried to have a go there. Yellow flag. I think that's Mitchell, yeah. Of his championship defense has not gone as he planned it at all. Still going through the middle of the pack here. There's about 5 or 6 people on the back of each other. We head up into the final chicane on the lap. And it looks like someone's gone very deep back there. I think that might be a Tepos that's gone deep. And Jack loses a little bit of time as well. Oh, Tepos a little bit too far behind the Spectre. These two know each other very well. These two are mates. So I wouldn't expect to see too much bad blood between the two if something did happen, but we'll wait and see. They go down towards, through turn 1 and down towards turn 2. Currently have stable 1.7 seconds of the lead, who's got a further 1.3 seconds to Rigo in 3rd and Ake in 4th, another 1.2 seconds back, and DRS not going to be in play at all for the top 5. It looks like Alu got overtaken by 3 different people there, as it looks like Elite down the inside. Elite gonna hold it for a minute. He's still got it. He's gonna pull out a little bit, but they're gonna go side by side through the second sector here. And Elite's actually going to get him, and now it's allowing for Tepos to try and make a move on Alu as well, and Alu's just plummeted down the order. It might be the case that Jack might make a move here as well. And he does, the Alpine to the inside on Alu, and he gets the position as well. Might open the door for Jacko. As we head down into the final sector, the McLaren looking for a move, the McLaren not getting a move. Well, not getting a move just yet. Jag right on the back of the other McLaren as well. These two teammates on the season. Alu into the pits. We get to go back to having a look at what's going on further up the grid. Mitchell sets the fastest lap of the race so far. We go through pit stops only for the back 5. Logan's had 2 pit stops already. The hard tyre going on a good chunk of people here. But you get multiple medium tyres now, so strategy is going to be one hell of a game. And Mildy down the inside there, got the position on Yalo. Up into 5th goes Mildy. About 0.2 of a second in between these two. There's a fight in the back here as well. I think it was just the McLaren switching position. And I think Bambino got Samet as well in the meantime. Jack trying to protect from Mitchell here. That's where we got 13th and 14th. The McLaren trying to fend off the Red Bull. Oh, and the Alpine in front gets 3 seconds. Got a good chunk of battling going on here, surprisingly, if the race starts to settle down a little bit here. Logan right now way off the pace. Not doing anything well whatsoever right now, and probably got hit once or twice in the first chicane. If not, well, either way I think we'll know about it. Jack comes into the pits. Mitchell goes past. Someone else had a move earlier up in the further up the grid. I think that was Heidelberg on Jaguar. And the Haas is going to start to try and get away now. As we've got a 4 or 5 way going on here. It's, Heidelberg leads the train all the way down through the Alpine and the second Alpine of Jack. Both Alpines in this fight right now. Jack goes on to the goes on to the medium tires, drops himself behind Alu and comes out just ahead of Ishmael, I think. Logan right now is in deep trouble of getting lapped. Couple of corners in front of Staber, who has a 2.2 second gap at the lead of the race. Staber taking advantage of Mitchell and Bloodwave coming together. We saw the last time Staber actually won a race here was week 1 at Bahrain a couple of seasons back. So we know Staber's able to do it. Whether or not he can hold the consistency for long enough to keep out the wall. That's going to be a running theme all season for him. He can definitely pose a threat to the title if he does so. Still got a fight going on here between Jaguar and Heidelberg, sorry. Although the car slightly further ahead. There's someone else that spun it, and Jack spun it! Jack has spun it. What happened here? Has he got a damaged front wing? It doesn't look like he managed to catch it, but that's still going to damage him quite severely in terms of the race. Don't want to be spinning on the exit of that chicane. Very, very hard to come back from that. You've got the train still, well, chugging along pretty much here. Yellow flag is sector 1. Alu's out in the exact same place I just said. That is a very big hit. He didn't get the same fortune that Jack got a minute ago. He's just plowed that straight into a wall. And I think that's a safety car. It is a safety car. So there in comes Staber, in comes Bloodwave. Perfect time for every single person to dive in now. Yep, 2 Jacks, 1 Jag, 1 Jaguar. Yep. Yep. I'm going to get that wrong a lot this season. And everyone's going to be able to got the license to take the piss out of me for it. So feel free. It's going to be fun. Let's say that. So onto the hard, stayed in front of who stayed out. Bloodwave onto hards, Irigo on hards, Zake, every single person all the way down to Tepos on hards. Bambino stays out on the hard tyres currently on. Jack comes onto the medium tyre. Samet comes in for a pit stop as well, I would assume. The guys at the back probably don't have enough time to no, they're going to be able to catch back up anyway. So, one person who definitely benefits from Alu's mistake is Logan. He was tailed off, like badly tailed off, but gets away with it now. He's going to join back up with the rest of the grid. We've got a good chunk of the grid onto hard tyres now. But we're going through the safety cars, so I think this might be a good time to reassess where we were from the start of this race. Let's have a look. Position change. So, Elite up 14 positions right now. He's still got a pit. He's on the hard tyre, but up to first position. Jag in the McLaren sits himself 14 positions higher than his start as well in second. Staber currently sits himself in third, but the only one up there that has... actually, of the top 4 that's pit. Sits himself 13 positions further up the grid, currently in 4th, but he's had a spin as well, so it'll be very interesting to see how long that stays. Bloodwave currently sits himself 5th, Rigo in 6th, and I'm pretty sure Rigo has pit, so yeah, Rigo has pit, so Rigo actually has improved his position 5 spots. Ake Bolito up down 2, sorry, as he sits 7th right now. Mildy in 8th, Jaguar in 9th, Heidenberg in 10th, Yalo in 11th, Bambino in 12th, Mitchell down 12 in 13th. Tepos currently 14th, Jack moved himself up into 15th, Ishmael has had an absolute nightmare of a time in that final corner, span his car and puts himself last. Logan down 14 places, the biggest loser of the day so far. He sits himself 18th. Samet down 4 and Jack down 6 with a penalty. So, as we attempt to reconvene for a safety car restart, we get a good time to take a look at, well, try and make some predictions, shall we say, as to who wins. I personally think, for predictions, I would say, you see, for this race, my money is now on Staber. But the problem with Staber is he's so unpredictable. He is so completely unpredictable to the point where you can't tell which Staber you're getting race to race, never mind for an entire championship. ALR at the moment. Got the pace, but bad decisions get in the way. But we should be in on the next lap. Should certainly be on the next lap. We'll be restarting, regoing. It's not how it works. That's not how English works. We'll be restarting again on lap 10. But until then, you get to see the rest of the grid. Attempt to form up. We'll see the last of the cars to catch up to everyone right now. So everything actually works on this, apart from damage and telemetry. Okay. Right, so there you go, that's the direction from race control, the safety car coming in this lap, so it's Elite's turn to lead us in. And everyone else needs to get themselves ready. The Elite looks like he's trying to back everyone up for the moment. Might go out the final corner here, Elite. Still holding everyone up. Jag, the car behind, gonna have to get a good start to try and get him here. Deep corner by Elite as he sets himself to go now, and he has done, and Staber's got a good run as well. Jag might have been caught sleeping a little bit here, and Staber has a very good run, maybe a chance to put himself straight into second. He doesn't get it. Bloodwave trying to get himself down on the outside of and he does it pretty nicely, and he got the position. Not holding his own at all. Well, ahead of Rigo and ahead of it's dropped a couple of positions there, didn't really hold it down whatsoever in the safety car restart. And Jag King 1.1 seconds already off the back of Staber, and Staber is looking unstoppable today. Jag all over the place through the exit of Aqua Minerale, and it's going to open him up to a shot from Bloodwave here. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin, and the Aston Martin gets the position as the Jaguar, well, the Jaguar? The Jaguar, no, it's not GT. The Jag is going to leave himself open to cars behind. And them still being attacked by literally every single person in existence right now. Jack fighting it. Jack gets another 3 seconds, and they lose multiple places here. And Jack Olako is able to, I'm sorry, this is going to be a mess. This is a mess. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. So the McLaren gets himself up to 14th, holding against Logan right now. Doesn't get to hold against Logan, and Logan makes the move on his Scotland teammate from a couple days ago. And Ishmael makes the move on Samet as well, as Jack drops to 18th. A nice move from the Mercedes. It's also a nice move from the Alfa Romeo. Tepos trying to gain a position on Mitchell. Now, I think he actually did it there. He's got himself alongside at the very least. Mitchell with a far better run out the corner, though. And Mitchell is going to be able to hold that position just about. Tepos is really putting a dent in that right now. Elite having a bit of a problem. The problem to the tune of no front wing. He's messed it up. He's dropping positions like they're going out of fashion. SietseBouma takes lead of the race by 2.5 seconds again. He's going to try and have to get past Spectre this time. He's going to go down. He's not going to go down the inside and subjected himself to sticking behind the wingless Red Bull in front. And DRS has now been enabled again as the Red Bull comes into pit. So we've got SietseBouma who has pit, Bloodwave who has pit, Rigo who has pit. They're currently Sietsebouma 1, 2, 3. Jag currently hasn't pit in 4th, and the McLaren Ake in 5th who has. In 6th right now, but dropping like flies at the moment, these guys that have already, that haven't pit. You've got Jaguar trying to fight his way through, who's put on a pretty impressive showing so far. Heidenberg in 8th, Yarlow 9th, Bambino 10th, but he hasn't pit yet. Mitch on 11th, and he's going to be fighting Logan soon enough. Pardon me. Pardon me, I'm hiccuping. But we've got a few battles going on right now. And it's a long train going down the leaderboard for Aqua Minerali, that's for sure. All starting from Ake, and maybe even Jag, because Ake has just broke into DRS range. We go down the grid, we've got a couple of attempts, a couple of people within arm's length of an overtake. But no one actually pulling any off right now. Who's going to get a good run out of the corner? Logan versus Mitchell. That's going to be a huge one later on. 11th versus 12th right now, though. Mitchell versus Bambino. Mitchell's got the far better tyres. Bloodwave and Rigo fighting it out going into the first chicane. And that's won by Bloodwave there. Looks like we got a few position swaps in the background here. And Jack spun it! Jack spun it! In the first chicane. I'm now got a freeway fight here between Jackalaka, Mildsey, and Samet. Mitchell also trying to get a good shot on Bambino here. Actually gonna have a look at that. Mitchell and Bambino not gonna be able to get it here, and Logan is forcing Mitchell to make some sort of headway, and here comes Mildsey, switch back by Jack, and look at that. Look at that. Even if Mildsey got a little bit squirrely on the exit, that's a nice bit of defending there from Jacko. In the McLaren. We still got a few people. Yeah, everyone all the way from from Rigo backwards now in a train all the way up to Samet in 15th. So DRS is going to play a huge factor and almost no factor at the same time. But you'll see who's got the lower wings here right now. SietseBouma currently 3 seconds in the lead. He is looking unstoppable today. Bloodwave 2nd, and Rigo 3rd is hold on to well enough from Jag in 4th. Mildsey and Samet going through. Those two against each other into the first sector. Someone's messed it up. Samet's in a bit of a pickle there in turn 3. Had a bit of a problem, may have got spun round. He's now right at the back, and Mitchell gonna have another go here at Bambino. Looks to the inside, doesn't make the move. Maybe for Aqua Minerali if he tries the balls to do that. He's not gonna do that. Would be it's a smarter play. Logan right on the back of him now. Logan looking for a move. Logan versus Mitchell up into the chicane. Heidenberg gets 3 seconds as we watch this battle go on. Heidenberg loses the position of Yarlow as well as he goes deep into the exit of the chicane. And Mitchell wins the battle with Logan for a little bit longer. Tier 1 champion versus Tier 1 runner-up a few times over. Well, bear in mind, Logan won this battle in midweek. It looks like Mitchell's going to win it at the moment. Jag and Ake fighting it out now as Ake goes well past by the time the first chicane hits, and Ake up into 4th. That means the first 4 all pit, and the following 2 currently still have to pit later on. We are getting a little bit darker, but not to the point of rain. Heidenberg trying to get himself around the outside of Yarlow here. Doesn't manage to make it stick. We've got a Logan and Ishmael fight back there. And Logan looks like he's a little bit laggy. Rigo in the DRS range of Bloodwave, but he was for about a split second as I made the comment. Certainly got faster wings, I think, Rigo, as he's definitely stronger in a straight line. Staber 3.5 seconds clear at the moment. And he's going to only extend that as long as the 2 behind are fighting. Yarlow currently 0.3 of a second off Jaguar in 7th. We've got Mitchell versus Bambino. Mitchell going for it this time. And Mitchell is going to have to defend from Bambino. A little bit of a squeeze there from Bambino. Maybe a slight bit of animosity from last season, but of course when you're champion you've got the target on the back, and that might have been a little bit of rough play, but nothing that Mitchell can't handle. And he goes in front by the time we hit the first chicane. The lap afterwards. Jack and Mildy going at it into the first chicane as well. We see those 2 tailed off a little bit from Tepos in 14. Logan also trying to fight Bambino now, as Bambino has lost a little bit of time from Mitchell. Mitchell also has the position right now on Heidenberg, so 2 points to him as it stands. Still not the greatest way to defend your title, that's for sure. But we are only on race 1. Yarlow tried it there on the inside of Jaguar, wasn't able to make it stick. Jaguar, who started at the back, has done pretty well to start with, I think. We've got still within the DRS range of Jag, and Jag's fluttering on the second mark of Ake. Everyone not willing to let go at the moment. Still a lot of battles all the way back through 16th. Even though Mildy 4 seconds off of Tepos in 14th, and had a little bit of work to do. Logan there has got the position on Bambino, or he might have, going into the first chicane. Oh! Okay, what the hell happened there? Logan's now ghosted. I'm not entirely sure what the hell I've just watched. Why is Logan ghosted and Bambino not? What on earth is going on? Logan might need to sort his Scottish internet out, because this is not going well. There you go. Logan's now got the position and unghosted as we watched 2 cars quite literally be inside each other for a second. For an entire sector even. Still got a lot of people close to the person in front. DRS train galore right now. All the way from 5th through 14th with the DRS train. The real question is, who's going to make a move? It looks like Erm's going to be the first one to make a move here. Down into the final couple of corners to the inside line. Little bit of a squeeze, gives him enough room. Also gets the position in exquisite fashion. It's allowed for Jaguar to get in front of Jag as well. And Jag comes into the pits, and here comes Jaguar on Erm, and look at that. Caught completely off guard. You can tell was completely off guard because the way he moved to try and defend that really late. Either way, it worked out. Bambino's in the wall. Or is he in the gravel? But he's got a problem. Yep, he's got a problem in the first chicane. The grid's slightly separating a bit now. Ishmael and Tepos going at it. Ishmael lost his ground here on the top 10 a little bit. And Tepos forces Ishmael a little bit wide and gets the position as well. Able to do a good enough job to take 11th off the Mercedes. Logan still trying to catch up on Mitchell. This has been the scenario for the last 10 laps. But Mitchell also trying to catch up to Heidenberg in front. Somebody going to make a move somewhere. Jaguar also 1.2 seconds off the back of Ake, who's currently in 4th place. 4 seconds behind Rigo, who just got inside DRS range as they head down toward the first chicane. You can tell the time's coming down in the lead. It's also coming down for 2nd place as well. Nobody able to make a move here through the first chicane, and almost a stalemate between the 7 or 8 cars that are in this battle right now. We've got all 5 of these, all 6 of these cars separated by 0.3 of a second. Look at this line. Up the hill they go. Are we going to get a move from someone? No, we're not too far back for anyone to make a move right now. Heidenberg is still, well, he still has 3 seconds worth of penalties, so we'll see him drop a few positions back by the end of this. As still Mitchell and Logan trying to fight their way through the ranks. Trying to hold on desperately at this point because his tires have gone a few laps more than the rest. Jacko's got 40 lap on mediums as well. It might still have some people left to pit here. A safety car throws another spanner in the works, and Rigo right now down towards turn 1. Not quite close enough. Is close enough down into turn 1? Jaguar doesn't have DRS. Is nowhere near. And now Yalo's, as a result, not able to make a move, and we're in a stalemate yet again. DRS train through lap 20. Heidenberg 0.2 of a second behind Yalo. As somebody might take a look and a move here. Bambino and Jack, and that's a yellow flag. Jack's in the gravel. And he's going to drop behind Samet and Spectre, and possibly Jag as well. As he's now coming back onto the track. His day has not been great at all. Rigo within half a second, or was within half a second of Bambino. Not Bambino, Bloodblade, sorry. I was looking at Bambino when I said it. We've got some battles that definitely can happen here. Logan's still on the back of Mitchell. I can't tell whether or not he's attempted to get him at this point, just using him as a way through, but either way, he's got to get that move done at some point. Half a second now splits Rigo and Bloodwave. We've got Jaguar coming into the pit, which is incredibly surprising. Don't think he needed to do that. Unless he got damage to his front wing. Down into turn 2. Turn 3. Here comes Rigo and Bloodwave. He's just too far back. Now the one without DRS, so we might be able to see something happen soon enough. Yala might be able to make a move. Maybe Heidenberg, maybe someone else. Jack and Jaguar pit. I'm not entirely sure why Jaguar had actually pit here. Both the Jacks not entirely sure enjoying their times in Tier 1 so far. Rigo's back up to half a second back. Still in the clear of Yalo right now. 7 tenths, 6 tenths. Lost the car a little bit on the exit of Aqua Minerali, and that might come down a little bit. Yellow flag in sector 2 is the Mercedes. That's Ishmael that spun it round. He loses 1, maybe 2 positions as a whole from that. Yeah, Bambino overtakes him. He'll still hold his position ahead of Samet though. And Rigo finally got Bloodwave. He's been going at it for the last couple of laps. He does finally get the move done with DRS. He's going to be able to hold it into the first chicane as well. Now Bloodwave's got to get a move on. Otherwise Rigo's going to take that second place from him, and there's nothing he can do about it. Still, people holding their own in the middle of the group. All the way down through 10th. Ishmael had to pit now. Assume that's damage related. And there's still quite a lot of battles going on. Mitchell with Heidelberg now. Is he going to be able to do it? He looked to the inside there. He's still too far back. He knows he doesn't have to force anything, but if he wants a good position from this race, he's probably going to have to at some point. I get the waiting for the mistake to come to you, but sometimes you have to create your own opportunity, otherwise Logan behind him is going to do exactly that if Mitchell was to make a mistake. What about Bloodwave and Rigo here, as we're going to watch these two with DRS down the main straight. Mitchell gets 3 seconds, and there you go. That's the mistake that I was talking about. And there goes Bloodwave on Rigo. There you go, down into the first chicane. It looked like Heidelberg got Yarlow as well, as is still slightly in front and able to hold on for literally dear life at this point. Rigo not able to get close enough into the second chicane to make something stick. What about Logan and Mitchell? Logan down the inside, and Logan's going to get it. Logan's going to move up to 8th. Summit in the pits. A couple of people move up. Still baffles me why Jaguar decided to pit off the hard tyre. He's cost himself points, I think, from that decision as well. But again, everyone's tyres could fall off toward the end of this race, even though they're hard tyres. Right now, the soft tyre Jack, the Alpine of Jack, sets himself the fastest lap of the race so far. Yarlow closing in, Logan closing in. A few moves set to happen here, I think. Yarlow on Heidenberg might be the first one of them, and is going to get DRS as well. Ake Belito might be a little bit of a sitting duck if can be quick enough. Rigo and Bloodwave, but they're going to continue fighting into the first chicane, which is Rigo's corner at the moment. Sits himself in 5th. No one able to do anything just as yet. Logan trying to make something work against Yarlow. Yellow flag in sector 1. It's Mitchell off at turn 4. And Jack gets another 3 seconds, and Logan gets Yarlow in the process. Also really close to Ake. Oh, and there goes Heidelberg, a little bit slidey through the hairpin. I think that might open the door for Logan, who's definitely going to go for it. And then backs out. Yellow flag in sector 1 into the Red Bull again. It's Mitchell, whose race has just gone from bad to worse to somehow even worse. And here comes Logan again. It's still yellow flag for the Red Bull. Logan not able to get past Heidelberg in all this commotion. Alright, now it's been Staber's day since basically the word go. No real, oh, there's 5-second penalty there for Jag Kings for ignoring the yellow flags. Overtook in a place they shouldn't have overtook, I'm guessing. Bloodwave not going to be able to get Rigo, who's holding on for dear life right now, and same with Ake Belito against Mitchell. Gets 10 seconds for corner cutting, and there's 3 seconds for Ishmael for track limits. Bambino comes into pit now. Yellow flag in sector 3. It's Mitchell again. Mitchell not having a fun time whatsoever here. There's another 3 seconds to Jack, who's just racking up penalties like they're going out of fashion. Mitchell gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit. What a mad lap. What a mad lap that is. Mitchell's out. So he DNS retired in the pits. We're not going to get anything from that. So people are still going to make moves as we go further up the grid here. Sorry, up to 5th. Sorry, as tries to make a move here on Ake, tries to pull himself alongside, just does not have the tyre to do it. Pretty sure still has to pit. Yeah, does have to pit, so he's going to lose quite the amount of time, and in he comes. So, that's a position for Logan, for Heidenberg, for Yarlow, for Tepos, for Mildy. I think for Elite as well. It's a medium tyre, and Logan's internet has just died on him. Medium tyre for him. Why would you go the medium from here? Why would you not go the soft from this point onwards? That's a weird decision. Elite up to 10th. Don't think Jaguar's going to get close. Maybe Jaguar does get close. Maybe Jaguar's out in front of him. What about Jag? Who was just out behind him. So, Logan losing time like the... Well, that's because he's AI. He doesn't really have a way back in. So, there goes Yarlo. Through on Logan, up into 6th place, and Tepos is about to get one and get a position as well. Heidenberg gonna lose a couple. That's Jack actually, yeah, it's Jack having a bit of a problem. Also, that's a yellow flag in the 3rd sector. I think that might have been Staber. Not entirely sure, but I think someone might have had a problem there. Bloodwave going after Rigo. And he's successfully going to get that one done. Bloodwave up to 2nd with about 5 laps of the race to go. 3 DNF so far. Logan comes into pit. I feel like that's a bit unfair, but the game's going to decide him to do that anyway. And now we're down with the 2 Haasers trying to fight each other. And if I'm Heidenberg, I'm not fighting my way against Ake Bolito here because I have a 3-second penalty. I'm not going to clear it. But he's going to try it anyway. We saw it in Japan, where Heidenberg did not help out his teammate, cost his teammate the title in the end. Yarlo 1.3 seconds off the back of Heidenberg. Couple of guys dropping a bit further back, so but Heidenberg's only going to lose 2 positions right now. And, wow, Staber still 6.4 seconds up in the lead. And you got Rigo 6.5 tenths behind Bloodwave, who's currently in 2nd place. Those 2 fighting back and forth. And then you've got the 2 Haasers following on. Yarlo all but in DRS range now, and he is actually in DRS range. He's going to get it down the straight here. That's the detection line, and it's open. So, you see the time should jump down a little bit here. Tepos also getting DRS. Milty and Elite, those 2 quite far back, quite far off. Ishmael gets 3 more seconds to add to his roads in this one. Also, 3 tenths of a second off a point right now. Jaguar's being good all day. We'll see whether or not is able to get him. Into the first chicane, is able to get him immediately. And there you go, that question answered. I didn't even have to ask the question realistically. He's on a little bit of a heater right now. Rigo, however, not the same. Well, he is, well, I will say not the same in terms of pace, but right now he is on a heater if you're counting podium finishes. Decent chunk of podiums in his last season, a bit. Didn't even have to go back a season. Go back to the race before Saudi Arabia and walk it back. I think there might be 3 and 4, something like that. But is he going to be able to make anything work on Bloodwave here as we enter lap 29? Staber, 6.5 seconds in the lead of the race, and well, no one realistically put a foot to him at all today. It looked like Heidenberg has got in front of Ake, as the 2 teammates are going to fight it out. Game or not, it's very weird to see teammates fighting it out, especially when one got a penalty. The other one could have solidified 4th place, but it is what it is. Yarlo 6 tenths of a second back in 6th. Tepos also there as well. Great race by the Alpines. Oh yeah, 17th and 18th. Incredible. Or is it 11th and 17th? 11th and 18th, sorry. Yeah, it's 11th and 18th. Currently, about just under the 2nd mark for a point. Oh, Tepos gets 3 seconds, so Yarlo's not got anything to worry about now. I don't really think Tepos has either in terms of losing a position, but gaining a position just got so much harder. Ake Bolito also outside of DRS range on Heidenberg now, maybe. With 3 laps to go, that Heidenberg actually does clear that gap. We'll wait and see. Rigo, 2 tenths of a second. We head down toward through turn 1 into turn 2. Rigo is in front. Jacko gets 3 seconds for more track limits violations. Seem to be rampant today. And Logan gets Jag as Logan is trying to valiantly reserve a point. But I don't think it's happening from here. His internet not his best friend right now. Yellow flag in sector 3. It's a Mercedes again. And Ishmael Day's gone from bad to worse. It looks like Bloodwave has just dropped off the back of Rigo quite substantially here, and Rigo has a chance to finally break that second mark. He has a chance to kill this battle off. Will he take it? No, he will not. Ishmael gets 5 seconds to speed in the pit lane, and he's out the session as well, so that's 4 down. And yeah, Rigo has not taken the chance to kill this race, or kill that second position battle, but so we're going to get that one right to the line by the looks of it. Staber goes over the line into lap 30. Well, lap 31 even. And he's 5.5 seconds clear. He's only 5.5 now. So something went substantially wrong for Staber in that last lap. Lost an entire second. Yellow flag in the background there. So that's Bambino, I think that is, having a bit of a problem. Yarlo's still within DRS range of Ake. It still means that a couple of positions are going to be lost for Heidenberg right now, as he is not clearing anywhere near enough of a gap for this to realistically work. Yellow flag again for Bambino, who I think has just been lapped. Yeah, Bambino's just been lapped on lap 31. After a few mistakes, I think is the nicest way to put it. He's cost himself quite dearly today. Elite also trying to catch up with the other Ferrari, currently sat in 9th, and that's another spin, this time in Aqua Minerale for Bambino. I was about to see him and Spectre come on through and almost lap him. So we head on to lap 32. It's 4.5 seconds. That gap is coming down. We might still have some sort of a battle yet. 10 seconds on Bambino for corner cutting. That gap's coming down. It's under 4 seconds now as Rigo left. It's too little too late to go on attack. Yarlo having a good shot here. Ake, and he's gonna get him, or is he? He's been forced onto the inside there, on the inside curb. And here comes Ake again, trying to do one more move. Doesn't get it. Yarlo moves up to 5th. Bambino's retired from the session. That's 4 in the pit lane now. The gap, 3.5 seconds. It's tumbling down. Staber, I don't know whether he's running out of fuel or his tires are dead or whatever it is, but his time is coming down. We still got half a lap to go as we head through the final. Well, the final chicane for Staber, with the Alfa Romeo and the Aston Martin in sight behind him. 2 more corners separate Staber and his first win of the season in the first race of the season and the top of the championship standing. 3 seconds over the line. It's never in doubt, and it's Staber's day in Imola. It's, well, quite rightly at the top of the entire championship standings. And it's been a great day for the AlphaTauri. Rigo comes second. Bloodwave rounds out the podium. Somehow Heidelberg managed to hold on even with the 3 seconds. Yarlo gets 5th. Ake gets 6th. Tepos gets 7th on his debut. He couldn't be too disappointed with that. Millsy gets 8th. Gets 9th, which is points, I guess, but nothing on what he said he was going to do earlier on. Elite gets points and a point on his debut as well, finishing 10th. Jaguar gets 11th after a display that he should be proud of. Let's see if we can get people in for interviews. Let's see if we can get the guys in for interviews, the top 3. Alright. It doesn't look like people are happy with Bloodwave right now. Like an elephant in a tree. I want that one. I want Saber in the party just so I can hear that. I see Mitchell not entirely happy with the fact that Bloodwave's got himself on the podium. Well, I say on the podium right now because I think Heidenberg might get it eventually.
So you mean that he kept, like, he ruined my race and fought with me when he had a penalty incoming?
Oh, he absolutely, I'm pretty sure he has a penalty incoming. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what people in the chat are saying.
Holy shit.
Apparently Bloodwave does a George Russell at the start of the race to Mitchell. And allowed to stay. That's how Staber got the gap.
Oh shit, yeah, I went from, I think I started 11th. Yeah, and I was 3rd of the 2 corners, so there was a proper shit show, like predicted. So, I mean, so nothing new there really, so...
Yeah, you get your 20-man grids, and chaos is definitely what ensues, that's for sure.
Yeah, shit, dude. Well, I'll take it though.
Yeah.
I need
I
need all the points I can get.
Oh, there's tier 1 steward submissions already.
Oh.
Embarrassing turn 1, DQ whoever it was. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they are not happy. They are not happy. Okay, anyway, whilst I've got you here, let's do your interview, Rico. Talk us through your race. Talk us through your race.
Well, I bottled qualifying as usual nowadays, so I started further back. I think I had a pace to go... yeah, well, fuck that. But so I started further back, and yeah, as I said, I went from 11th to P3, maybe 4. I'm not really sure, for like 2 turns, and then it was just cruise control until I arrived behind my friend Bloodwave after the safety car, and then we battled it out for a couple of laps. But I mean, he's young, he doesn't know, say, the ERS strategy as I do, so I knew that I was going to be able to overtake him quite easily at the end. So, but it was, the hards were so bad though, so it wasn't that fun, but hey, we got the points.
Fair enough. And talking about getting the points, you've been on quite the heater recently in Tier 1. You won in Saudi Arabia, you got a podium before that, you've got a podium now, so I believe that makes it 3 in the last 4. How are you planning on continuing that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, let Bloodwave run havoc into turn 1, probably. Sorry, mate, but yeah, no, I have no idea. I just, do some practice and we'll see what I can get from that. Well, but when you take out Ishtar, Trucker, Mitchell, and everyone, like, then it gets quite easy, or easily defended.
Well, considering you've started second, and you now have the knowledge that the only person in front of you in the entire championship is the most inconsistent driver I've ever seen. What's the plan for the entire season then, as a whole?
Even more than me. Yeah, so yeah, just I will try to be consistent for once, but you know how that goes. I mean, yeah, I don't know, just having fun, go at it, head down, we take one race at a time, you know, all that shit. Let's go get it.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'm sweating right now.
Well, I feel like you've got a lot more to do, considering Stuart's about to get a pretty hectic place.
Luckily for me, I've been demoted to just a tiebreaker, so that's
fair enough.
that's perfect. So they just need to tag me, and then we go.
But yeah,
So-
fair enough. I appreciate you talking to me after this one, because that was notably.
Get the boys in. Get Staybane.
I've tried to get Staber and I don't.
Let's just add Staybane and said, get in here. Oh shit, they are going at it in the chat.
They are not happy.
Oh, shit.
they are not
Oh
happy.
shit.
Oh.
Yeah, grab a
Oh
pack of popcorn and go to bed and just scroll through the chat.
I plan to.
But to be fair, I've been in their shoes like until I got my podium in Singapore last season. I was also in the bin. Wait, what?
Huh? Do they think we're blaming him for tier 1? Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
It's starting to get confusion. Oh well, mate. Thank you for the interview, and I will go now.
Alright, mate.
Sleep proper.
You think you've earned it after that one? In a bit.
Thanks. See you next week.
Yeah. As for the stream itself, it doesn't look like Bloodwave and Stable want to talk. And, I don't think the chat is a very, very nice place to be right now. So, with that knowledge, I'm going to end it here. It's been nice. It's been nice doing this again. First race of the season, and it's already chaos. We're in for a long, long ride. See you next Thursday. Actually, take that back. We're back for Tuesday Sprint League, and then next Thursday. In a bit.